Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to take a deep breath and ask yourself, what if today was the day you stopped doubting yourself? What if today was the day you chose to step into your power and claim your place among the greats? Belief is the foundation of success. Everything that has ever been achieved in this world began as a thought. A single powerful idea formed in the mind of someone who refused to doubt themselves. From the tallest skyscrapers to the most successful businesses, from record-breaking athletes to legendary leaders, each of them started with an unshakable belief in their ability to succeed. Without this belief, nothing great can be accomplished. It is the foundation upon which all success is built. You can have talent, intelligence, and resources, but without belief, these things remain dormant, never reaching their full potential. Belief is what separates those who rise to greatness from those who remain stuck in mediocrity. The mind is a battlefield where the voices of doubt and the whispers of possibility constantly fight for dominance. Those who allow doubt to take root will always find reasons to stay where they are, to accept limitations and to settle for less than they deserve. On the other hand, those who nurture belief turn their thoughts into action, their dreams into plans, and their goals into reality. The most successful people in history did not wait for external validation. They did not need someone else to tell them they were capable. They decided they were worthy, and that decision became the driving force behind their success. Think about the inventors, the entrepreneurs, the athletes who rewrote history. None of them were handed their victories. They had to first see themselves as winners before the world could recognize them as such. They did not wait for permission. They acted as if their success was already guaranteed, and that belief shaped their actions. Your mind is like a magnet, attracting the reality that aligns with your dominant thoughts. If you believe you are destined for greatness, you will act accordingly, and the world will respond in kind. But if you believe you are average, unworthy, or incapable, you will subconsciously sabotage yourself at every step. You will hesitate when you should take action. You will accept failure as final instead of temporary. You will see challenges as roadblocks instead of stepping stones. This is why belief is not just important, it is everything. Belief influences not only how you see yourself, but also how others see you. People are naturally drawn to those who exude confidence, certainty, and purpose. The world takes cues from you. If you present yourself as unsure, hesitant, or insecure, others will mirror that perception. But if you walk into every situation as if you belong there, if you speak with conviction, if you carry yourself as if success is your birthright, people will respond to you differently. They will respect you, listen to you, and give you opportunities that would never be offered to someone who appears unsure of themselves. Belief fuels persistence, and persistence is the key to overcoming obstacles. No journey to success is smooth, and setbacks are inevitable. Those who lack belief in themselves will see failure as proof that they were never meant to succeed. But those who believe in their ability to rise will use failure as fuel. They will learn, adapt, and continue forward with even greater determination. The difference between those who quit and those who push through is simple. One group believes in their potential, and the other does not. The most powerful aspect of belief is that it is contagious. When you carry yourself with confidence, when you speak and act with certainty, others begin to believe in you as well. This creates momentum. It attracts supporters, mentors, and like-minded individuals who can help propel you forward. Success does not happen in isolation. It is built through connections, relationships, and opportunities that arise when people recognize your unwavering self-assurance. Many people wait for success before they allow themselves to believe in it. They want proof before they trust in their own abilities. But the truth is, belief must come first. Success follows belief, not the other way around. The moment you decide without hesitation that you are meant for greatness, you set in motion the forces that will make it a reality. Everything begins with belief. Confidence attracts opportunities. Confidence is a force that cannot be ignored. It commands attention, demands respect, and opens doors that remain shut to those who hesitate. In every area of life, business, relationships, leadership, and personal growth, confidence is the invisible hand that guides people toward success. It is not just an emotion, it is a strategy, a mindset, and a tool that separates winners from those who settle for less. When you walk into a room with confidence, people notice. When you speak with conviction, people listen. The world does not reward the timid. It rewards those who act as if they are destined for greatness. Opportunities do not come to those who wait quietly in the shadows. They come to those who step forward with certainty. Confidence is what makes others believe in your abilities before they even see the proof. A person who carries themselves with assurance is seen as competent, even if they are still learning. This is why job interviews, negotiations, and leadership positions favor those who project confidence. People want to follow those who believe in themselves because self-belief is contagious. It inspires trust and influences decisions. Consider how successful entrepreneurs pitch their ideas. It is not just the strength of their business plan that secures funding. It is the way they present it, with energy, certainty, and the conviction that their idea will succeed. Investors are not just evaluating numbers, they are evaluating the person standing in front of them. They ask themselves, does this person believe in their vision strongly enough to make it a reality? If the answer is yes, they invest. If the entrepreneur hesitates, the deal is lost before it even begins. Confidence is the difference. In social settings, confidence determines how people perceive you. When you introduce yourself with a firm handshake, steady eye contact, and a strong voice, people immediately take you seriously. On the other hand, if you mumble, look away, or appear unsure, you will be overlooked. First impressions matter, and confidence ensures that people remember you for the right reasons. It is not about arrogance or trying to impress others. It is about owning your presence and showing the world that you know your worth. Confidence also influences how challenges are handled. When obstacles arise, a confident person does not panic or retreat. Instead, they assess the situation with the mindset that a solution exists. This makes them more resourceful, more resilient, and more likely to succeed. Those who lack confidence, however, see setbacks as confirmations of their doubts. They hesitate, second-guess themselves, and often give up too soon. The way you perceive difficulties determines how you overcome them, and confidence is what allows you to see problems as opportunities rather than barriers. Success is often a result of taking action before you feel completely ready. The most successful individuals do not wait until they are 100% certain about every detail. They move forward with confidence, knowing that they will figure things out along the way. This is why confidence is so powerful. It gives you the courage to take risks, make bold moves, and step into opportunities that others are too afraid to pursue. If you wait until you feel ready, you will spend your entire life waiting. Confidence allows you to take the leap, trusting that you will land on your feet. Confidence also shapes the way others treat you. People mirror the energy you project. If you act uncertain, they will doubt you. If you act confident, they will respect you. This applies in business, relationships, and even everyday interactions. Imagine walking into a negotiation with the mindset that you are already at a disadvantage. That lack of confidence will show, and the other party will take advantage of it. But if you enter that same room with unwavering self-assurance, you will command a different level of respect and influence. The most important thing to understand about confidence is that it is a choice. It is not something you are born with, it is something you cultivate. Every time you stand tall instead of shrinking, every time you speak with authority instead of hesitation, you strengthen your confidence. And as your confidence grows, so does your ability to attract opportunities that once seemed out of reach. Acting as the best shapes reality. The way you see yourself determines the way the world sees you. If you act like the best, carry yourself like the best, and perform like the best, eventually you become the best. This is not a theory, it is a fundamental principle of success. Your actions shape your reality. If you want to rise above mediocrity, you must first behave as if you already belong at the top. People do not follow those who doubt themselves, they follow those who exude certainty. When you walk, speak, and think like the best, the world has no choice but to respond accordingly. Your mindset controls your actions, and your actions control your results. If you believe you are just another ordinary person, you will act like one, hesitating when you should be decisive, playing small when you should be bold. But when you act as if you are the best, your choices reflect that belief. You take on bigger challenges, embrace new opportunities, and operate with a higher level of discipline and focus. This change in behavior leads to better outcomes, proving that your initial belief was correct. In this way, acting like the best does not just change perception, it changes reality. Think of the greatest athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders. They did not wait for success before they started behaving like winners. They carried themselves with confidence before the world recognized their greatness. They trained, prepared, and showed up with the energy of champions long before they had titles to prove it. This is the secret. The external world catches up to those who already see themselves as the best. Success is not given to those who wait for permission. It is taken by those who act as if they already own it. People underestimate the power of self-presentation. When you walk into a room with the posture, attitude, and presence of a high achiever, others instinctively treat you as one. If you speak with conviction, people listen. If you act with authority, people follow. This is why acting like the best is not just about self-perception, it influences how others perceive you. The world mirrors your energy. Show up like a leader and you will be treated like one. Show up uncertain and people will doubt you. The choice is yours. Many people hesitate to adopt this mindset because they fear being seen as arrogant. But there is a difference between arrogance and certainty. Arrogance is empty, it is confidence without substance. True belief, on the other hand, is built on preparation, discipline, and an unshakable commitment to growth. Acting like the best does not mean pretending to know everything. It means carrying yourself with the mindset that you are capable of learning, adapting, and excelling in any situation. It is about owning your potential and refusing to shrink to make others comfortable. When you act like the best, your standards rise. You no longer tolerate mediocrity in yourself or those around you. You push harder, demand more from yourself, and set a higher bar for success. This level of commitment attracts opportunities that were once out of reach. People want to work with those who operate at a higher level. They trust those who act with certainty. Your actions signal to the world what you expect, and the world responds in kind. This principle applies to every area of life. In business, those who act like leaders become leaders. In relationships, those who carry themselves with confidence attract respect and admiration. In personal growth, those who act with discipline achieve results faster than those who hesitate. Acting like the best is not about pretending. It is about stepping into the version of yourself that is capable of achieving everything you desire. It is about deciding that you are worthy and proving it through your actions. Success does not start with luck or opportunity. It starts with identity. If you see yourself as the best and act accordingly, you will naturally align with the habits, decisions, and actions that lead to greatness. The world rewards those who behave as if they belong at the top. So the question is, how are you showing up today? Fear and doubt are illusions. Fear and doubt exist only in the mind. They are illusions that paralyze action, hold back potential, and create limitations that do not actually exist. The most successful people in history were not free from fear. They simply refused to let it dictate their decisions. They understood that fear is a mental construct, a product of uncertainty and overthinking rather than a real force that can stop them. Those who recognize this truth break free from the invisible chains that keep most people trapped in mediocrity. They act in spite of fear, knowing that it is nothing more than a fleeting emotion, not an absolute reality. Doubt is the twin of fear, whispering reasons why success is out of reach. It convinces people to question their abilities, second-guess their dreams, and hesitate when they should take action. But here's the truth. Doubt is never based on facts. It is based on insecurities, When you deeply analyze doubt, you realize that it is built on assumptions, not evidence. The people who overcome it do not have superhuman confidence. They simply choose to trust in their ability to figure things out along the way. They know that doubt is a voice that can be silenced through action. The most dangerous thing about fear and doubt is that they grow stronger the more attention you give them. The longer you wait, hesitate, or procrastinate, the bigger these illusions become. What starts as a small uncertainty can transform into a massive roadblock simply because you entertain it for too long. The key to breaking free is immediate action. When you act before fear has a chance to take root, you weaken its grip. This is why those who act boldly seem to have no fear. They do not allow it the time or space to grow in their minds. Consider this. The things you once feared are now things you barely think about. At some point in your life, you doubted whether you could learn a new skill, speak in front of a crowd, or take on a new responsibility. But once you did it, fear disappeared. This proves that fear was never real to begin with. It was only an illusion that dissolved the moment you faced it. Every time you push through doubt, you weaken its ability to control you. The more you act in spite of fear, the more fearless you become. Most people assume that confidence must come before action, but in reality, confidence comes from action. You do not need to feel 100% ready before taking a step forward. You need to take the step first, and confidence will follow. Fear tricks people into believing they need more preparation, more certainty, and more guarantees before they begin. But the truth is, nothing eliminates fear faster than movement. The moment you take action, you gain proof that you are capable, and that proof destroys doubt. Successful individuals understand that fear and doubt are simply tests. They are mental barriers that separate the extraordinary from the average. Most people retreat when fear shows up, but champions push forward, using fear as fuel rather than as a reason to stop. They recognize that every great achievement requires stepping into the unknown, embracing discomfort, and trusting in their ability to adapt. They do not wait for the fear to go away. They walk through it, knowing that it is nothing but a temporary illusion. Fear and doubt also thrive on comparison. The more you compare yourself to others, the stronger these illusions become. When you focus on someone else's achievements, you start to doubt your own path. You begin to believe that they have something you do not. More talent, more intelligence, more resources. But this is just another trick of the mind. Everyone starts from a place of uncertainty. The only difference is that successful people refuse to let that uncertainty stop them. Instead of comparing, they focus on their own progress and trust that they are exactly where they need to be. The ultimate truth is this: fear and doubt only have power if you give it to them. They cannot physically stop you, they cannot hold you back, and they cannot control your actions unless you allow them to. Once you realize that fear is just a shadow, not a wall, and that doubt is just noise, not truth, you become unstoppable. Every time you step forward despite fear, you weaken its influence, and the more you do this, the more you realize that the only real limits in life are the ones you refuse to challenge. Success begins in the mind. Every achievement, every breakthrough, and every victory begins with a single thought. The mind is the birthplace of success, shaping every decision, every action, and ultimately every outcome. Before anyone else can believe in you, you must first believe in yourself. The way you think determines the way you act, and the way you act determines the results you get. If you see yourself as a winner, you will behave like one, and the world will respond to that energy. But if you allow doubt, hesitation, or negativity to take over, you will unknowingly sabotage your own success before you even begin. Your thoughts create your reality. Every person who has ever achieved greatness started with a vision, a mental image of the success they wanted. They held on to that vision, nurtured it, and refused to let doubt destroy it. They saw themselves winning long before the world recognized their success. This is why the most powerful tool you have is your mind. If you can see yourself as the best, act like the best, and train like the best, eventually you will become the best. Your external world is nothing more than a reflection of your internal beliefs. Success is not an accident. It is the result of a deliberate mental blueprint. Those who rise to the top are not simply lucky, they have conditioned their minds for success, training themselves to think in ways that attract opportunities, solutions, and achievements. They do not allow negativity to take root. They do not waste energy on self-doubt. Instead, they program their minds for greatness by feeding it empowering thoughts, surrounding themselves with ambitious individuals, and constantly reinforcing the belief that they are capable of achieving anything they desire. One of the biggest differences between those who succeed and those who do not is mental discipline. Your mind is like a muscle. It grows stronger the more you train it. If you allow negative thoughts to dominate, they will weaken your confidence and limit your potential. But if you actively replace self-doubt with self-belief, you begin to build an unshakable mindset. Champions train their minds just as intensely as they train their bodies. They guard their thoughts, refusing to entertain anything that does not align with success. They understand that thoughts become actions and actions create results. Many people believe they need motivation to take action, but the truth is action creates motivation. Waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect mindset is a mistake. The most successful people do not wait until they feel confident to move forward. They act first, knowing that confidence will follow. They understand that success starts in the mind, but it is solidified through movement. Every time you push past fear, doubt, or hesitation, you strengthen the mental foundation that leads to success. This is why action is the most powerful tool for shaping your mindset. Your environment also plays a critical role in shaping your thoughts. The people you surround yourself with, the information you consume, and the conversations you engage in all influence your mindset. If you spend time with negative, fearful, or complacent individuals, their mindset will seep into yours. But if you surround yourself with ambitious, driven, and confident people, their energy will elevate yours. This is why successful individuals carefully choose their inner circle. They know that the right environment fuels a success-oriented mindset, while the wrong one can poison it. Visualization is another powerful tool for programming the mind. The greatest athletes, entrepreneurs, and performers all use visualization to condition their minds for success. They see themselves achieving their goals before they happen. They mentally rehearse their victories, reinforcing the belief that they are already capable. This process strengthens neural pathways, making success feel familiar, expected, and natural. When the mind believes in an outcome, the body follows. This is why those who consistently visualize success are far more likely to achieve it. At the core of it all, success is simply a battle of the mind. Those who control their thoughts, master their emotions, and train their minds to focus on possibilities rather than limitations are the ones who rise to the top. Every great achievement begins in the mind. Every breakthrough starts with a shift in thinking. The moment you decide to take full control of your thoughts, you unlock the ability to shape your own reality. The world believes what you show it. The world does not see your hidden potential, your unspoken dreams, or the battles you fight in silence. It only sees what you project. People believe what you show them, nothing more, nothing less. If you present yourself as strong, confident, and capable, the world will treat you as such. But if you hesitate, doubt yourself, or shrink in the presence of challenges, the world will mirror that uncertainty. Success is not just about what you are capable of. It is about what you make others believe about you. Your actions, words, and demeanor create the perception others have of you. When you walk with confidence, people assume you are confident. When you speak with authority, people assume you know what you are talking about. Even if you are still learning, still growing, still finding your way, the way you present yourself determines how others respond to you. Many talented individuals remain unnoticed because they fail to project belief in themselves, while those who act with conviction often rise to success faster. The difference is not just ability, it is presence. In business, leadership, and social interactions, perception is reality. If you walk into a negotiation with uncertainty, the other party senses it and adjusts their position accordingly. But if you walk in with unshakable confidence, they take you seriously before you even speak. The same is true in job interviews, sales, and networking. People make snap judgments based on what you project. You must control the narrative. Show the world the version of yourself that aligns with the success you desire, and the world will respond accordingly. Consider the world's most successful figures. They are not necessarily the most skilled or the most intelligent, but they are the most convincing. They have mastered the art of presence, the ability to make people believe in their vision, their leadership, and their worth. This is why some entrepreneurs secure massive investments with just an idea, while others struggle to gain support despite having a solid business model. It is not always about what you have, it is about how you present what you have. People are drawn to certainty. When you radiate confidence, they trust you. When you appear unsure, they hesitate. This applies in personal relationships, professional settings, and everyday life. If you enter a room expecting to be overlooked, you will be. But if you walk in as if you belong, as if you are the most valuable person in that space, people will respond to that energy. Your presence sets the tone for how others interact with you. The world does not decide your value, you do. Even when you feel unsure, never let the world see your doubt. Train yourself to project confidence even in moments of uncertainty. This does not mean pretending to know everything. It means trusting yourself enough to figure things out along the way. The greatest leaders do not always have all the answers, but they carry themselves as if they will find them. Their presence reassures those around them, making people believe in them even before they prove themselves. The way you dress, speak, and carry yourself all contribute to the image you create. First impressions are powerful, and people judge quickly. If you present yourself as strong, competent, and driven, opportunities will come to you. If you present yourself as hesitant, weak, or unsure, those same opportunities will pass you by. The world is not always fair, but it is predictable. It rewards those who take control of their own narrative. Success is often given to those who act like they already deserve it. This is why you must always project the version of yourself that aligns with the life you want. The world does not know what is inside you until you show it. So show it boldly, show it with conviction, and watch how the world begins to reflect back the success you have claimed for yourself.